Face it, Tiger. You just hit the jackpot. Hi everyone, I'm True Soul, and this is my Spider-Man action figure collection. So yeah guys, I figured it's actually been a while since I've done a overview of all my Spider-Man action figures. So I figured I'd do that today for you, as well as introduce 2 new additions to my action figure shelf. Alright guys, let's go ahead and do a little overview here. So I got all my Spider-Men, Spider People in the front row. I of course have my retro card Spider-Man action figure, which is honestly one of my favorites. There's been a couple of other versions of Spider-Man that are similar to this that have come out. I might be trying to get my hands on those pretty soon. Also have the Symbiote Spider-Man and Silk. Silk over here came with the 2-pack with Doc Ock, and we'll get more on Doc Ock in a minute. Now I of course have my SH Figure Arts Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, which isn't a Marvel Legends, but the fact that he's a Spider-Man action figure, I decided to put him with the rest of my Spider-Man. You also have retro cardback Scarlet Spider. Now this is not necessarily my favorite version of Scarlet Spider, but I figured that was only a matter of time before Marvel Legends released a more classic looking Scarlet Spider that probably would have better articulation. So this is kind of more or less a placeholder until I get that other Scarlet Spider. Once they do release a classic Scarlet Spider and I get him, I probably will still hold on to this one just because he has a kind of unique look that will justify me keeping him, but we'll see. And of course I have the man, what was this one called? The MK2 Armor Spider-Man. Back when I used to watch Spider-Man the animated series, they had this one episode where like Spider-Man had to like work with other Spider-Men from different dimensions, and this guy was one of them. And I always thought his design was pretty cool. And now that we've gone through all the Spider-Man that I currently have, let's go ahead and get into villains. Over here on the side, on the left, we have Hammerhead. Most people probably just see a guy in a suit, but I actually remember Hammerhead from Spider-Man the Animated Series as well. So whenever they announced him, I definitely had to pick him up. And over here we have Scorpion. I know they released another Scorpion that has kind of more of a lime green to him, which again I'm pretty sure is inspired from the old TV show or the comic, but I'm kind of content with the one I have because other than the color being different, I don't think there's any difference between those 2 action figures. So for now I'm just going to stick with the one that I have. Let's move on. Up here we have Electro. Got Electro from GameStop that was having a closing sale, because I think the one that I got it from is no longer there. Let's see, we also got Shocker up here. You got Movie Venom, and I got Carnage. When it comes to the Venom, I'm still planning on getting kind of a more comic book inspired Venom. I'm just not sure which one I want, because they released a Venom that has this body, but he has like the spider symbol on him. It's in like a 2-pack with Null, and I want that Venom, I just don't want Null, so that's why it's been taking me a while to get it. Although I should probably start investing in that, because I doubt the price on that is going to be getting any lower. It's most likely going to be getting higher, if anything. Also got Carnage here. Really cool figure. Not necessarily the one that I wanted. They had made one some years back that he came with like hand accessories that were like blades and stuff, but this one was a little bit more affordable since it was a newer action figure than the other one, so I got that. Also, I've been thinking about it for on and off. I was thinking about making somewhat of a custom of Ben Cassidy, but I'll talk more about that when I actually get ready to do it. And over here I have my semi-custom Black Cat in case some of you guys might not be able to notice, she uses some of the pieces from the Shriek action figure. I liked the Shriek action figure, but since I didn't have as much of an attachment to the character, I decided to pop some pieces off of her and make my Black Cat more articulated. So I think those arms are from Shriek, and I believe the torso is also from Shriek as well. And then I just painted the whole thing black because there was like a white line going down there, among a couple other pieces, but I think she turned out pretty good. And moving on up, I got Rhino, big old honking Rhino back there. I got Doc Ock from the Silk and Doc Ock 2-pack. I know they recently released a 2-pack with like Doc Ock from the animated series, and Aunt May, I've actually been thinking about getting that, more so for the Doc Ock, and then Aunt May, I guess, will just be there. But that's going to do it for my Spider-Man collection. Or is it? Because I recently got this from Hasbro Pulse. I got the Green Goblin and Mary Jane 2-pack. I've been looking forward to this for quite some time. So let's not lollygag anymore, and let's just go ahead and open this box up and see what's inside. And here he is, ladies and gentlemen. I got the Green Goblin out of the packaging. I kind of wish I kept my other Green Goblin so I could do a comparison, but when they announced this one, I was like, sorry, you gotta go. Now, I don't really feel that there's a whole lot of differences between this Green Goblin and the one that they had released on the retro card, except for a couple of things. Of course, the head is different because it's supposed to be more inspired from Spider-Man the animated series, so the hat's a little bit different. Of course, the mask is different, and the shade of green as well. But yeah, I dig it, man. I'm gonna tell you what, though. I'm not really sure about this, I guess, underwear piece, because you guys notice it's like a really dark purple compared to the rest of the figure. I don't remember if it was actually like that in the show. For those of you that have maybe watched it recently, you guys could let me know down in the comments. That would be very nice. But one thing that I always found a little annoying about my old Green Goblin figure is his glider. I feel like I could never really put him in a whole lot of cool poses with his glider without him falling over, which is weird because the way his feet are, they should be able to keep his feet in the glider more, but I feel like my primary problem was, like, I guess the weight would become uneven and he would fall. As you guys can see, he seems to be doing okay now. So as I mess around with him, I guess we'll just have to see how that fans out. But I'm pretty sure this Green Goblin comes with a couple of accessories, so I'm gonna try to find those and see how he looks. So of course Green Goblin comes with his purse, bag. I guess he puts all his grenades and whatnot in. Gonna try to fit that over his head there. Boop. That works pretty nice. And he also has one of his pumpkin bombs. Now, it seems kind of like the pumpkin bomb fits in his hand just well enough to where it's not gonna fall out. It doesn't feel extremely snug, but it seems snug enough to where you can kind of just leave it in there, and it's not really gonna go anywhere unless you start shaking it around or whatnot. So I'm actually pretty impressed that they were able to do that without making them have to have like a traditional grip hand, or maybe even a hand that already comes with a pumpkin bomb in it. And last but not least, he comes with a, I'm gonna guess this is Norman Osborn, but it looks like Harry Osborn. So now I'm not so sure. I think I still kept the Norman Osborn head from my other Goblin action figure. So I'm gonna go grab that real quick and try to do a little comparison. So guys, this is the old Green Goblin head from my other Green Goblin action figure, and this is the new Osborn head. I don't know, I think this new one might literally be Harry from the show, which makes sense because in the show, Harry did end up becoming the Green Goblin after his father got sucked into that black hole thingy. So that's very interesting. But yeah, really nice sculpt. I like that a lot. And of course, guys, now we got the Green Goblin. So let's go ahead, fit him up here. Not too bad. Well, that smile looks kind of scary when you zoom all the way in there. Oh my goodness. But of course, guys, I got one more action figure in the 2-pack. That's of course Mary Jane. So let's go ahead and pop her out of here. And here we are, guys. Mary Jane Watson out of the packaging. Now I know a lot of people were kind of talking about, if you're a fan of Spider-Man the animated series, then this would probably be a must get, but I know a lot of people did not grow up watching that show, so they're kind of like, But I do also think it's a pretty interesting figure. I feel like Marvel Legends doesn't really give us enough civilians, even though there's quite a good bit of characters in Marvel Comics and whatnot that aren't necessarily known for running around saving the day, but I digress. Pretty good figure. One thing right off the bat, I do like the fact that since she's like wearing her little yellow sweater thing, they did make the grooves and the elbows a little bit more longer so she can get a better articulation out of that. Of course, even though I dig the head sculpt and the hair sculpt, this is of course going to hand articulation a little bit, but she still can get a pretty good range of motion from side to side. Look this much down, can't really look up, but I think the ball joint in the torso makes up for that. Also, I remember when I was watching like Fuchsia's videos, he was talking about the cowboy boots, and I almost forgot that she had kind of like cowboyish boots in the show. I think this figure turned out pretty well, and it's making me really excited for when they release that Peter Parker and Smythe 2-pack, because I already pre-ordered that, so it'll be nice to have an animated series Parker to go with my animated series Mary Jane. Now Mary Jane also comes with a couple of accessories, and by a couple I literally mean she comes with 2 hands, like the 2 hands that she has on right now. If I can get it out of the bag. So she comes with an extra punching hand just in case she needs to punch the Green Goblin before Spider-Man can come and save her. And she also has one extended hand. Now, I want to put this other extended hand on here because I wanted to talk about something that I noticed a lot when talking about the female Marvel Legends action figures, but I keep forgetting to actually say in the review. So, a lot of female action figures that have extended hands seem to always come with the same extended hand set. And what I mean by that, in fact, let me just show you. I'll get an action figure and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So I'm going to use my Marvel Legends Invisible Woman to show you guys what I'm talking about. Most Marvel Legends female action figures come with 2 extended hands. One is literally shaped like this, and then the other one is kind of slightly different, but is shaped like this, like they're shooting out some type of weird thing. And a lot of times these hands also come with action figures that of characters that don't even shoot stuff out of their hands or anything. Black Widow, in case you guys haven't watched that one yet, Black Widow also came with some hands that were like that, and I always thought that was kind of a little lazy and repetitive. So I'm glad that this MJ technically does not come with those same exact extended hands. Her extended hands are different from a lot of the other action figures extended hands, because Mary Jane does not shoot fire or anything out of her hands, so it wouldn't make sense for her to have hand accessories that are like that. Also, I just now noticed, I guess they probably did it because it's supposed to be like a cartoonish look, but you notice how the little buttons are like drawn on the figure. In fact, like, there's like these little lines to give it kind of that, like, there's a shadow there. And that kind of reminds me of how they did the X-Men anime series. Even though this isn't quite like that, it's kind of similar. But yeah, I like that a lot. Really like how this MJ turned out, and glad to have her as part of my collection. Alrighty guys, that's gonna do it for my Spider-Man collection so far. Like I said, I do plan on collecting some more Spider-Man action figures. Definitely want to get some more villains. Also want to get some more Spider-Man. And honestly, if they keep going the way they're going with the Spider-Man animated series, I might end up just having a bunch of those, honestly. But we'll see as time goes on. Comment down below if you have any of these Spider-Man action figures in your collection, and what do you think of the new Green Goblin and MJ action figures. And be sure to follow me on my TikTok, as you'll stay updated when I have plans to upload a video, as well as see exclusive videos that you will not see on my channel. Alright guys, until then, be sure to like, subscribe, and go to my channel and check out other videos. Thanks for watching.